We found out the breaking news that Johnny Hendricks did an improper weight cut and will not be fighting Tyron Woodley. That's complete bullshit. And there's no one to blame but Johnny Hendricks. Tomorrow night, Daniel D.C. Cormier, the UFC light heavyweight champion, 16-1 with 6 KOs, will be defending that title for the first time against former #1 contender, 16-3 with 10 KOs, Alexander Gustafsson. And DC believes he is overrated. John Jones entered a guilty plea and seems like Jesus has saved his life, and he will be back soon, and he will be having a keen eye on the winner of this fight. My prediction is DC all the way. But Alexander Gustafsson is not going to make this easy. So this is the weigh-in results and predictions. And we're going to go straight to their weigh-in right now, courtesy of UFC. We don't like the bullshit, and we don't like waste your time. So we're going to get right into this thing. Because these two men are going to get it on. And I tell you, it's going to be a great fight. No matter how long it lasts or what is the outcome of this thing, it's going to be a great fight. So let's go straight into that right now. Gustafsson making his way to this guy.
One of the best light heavyweights on the planet. Give us your thoughts on this opportunity to once again fight for the title.
Houston, we got a new world champion tomorrow. We got a new world champion tomorrow.
Good luck to you, sir. Alexander Gustafsson, I'm here with the champ. Daniel Cormier, first of all, I've never seen you look more happy or more relaxed stepping up the scale. Tell us why and give us your thoughts on Gustafsson as an opponent.
Best weight cut ever. But tomorrow, Joe, I release the chains. I allow Alex to stop worrying about being a fighter. He's talked about retiring time and time again. Go back to Sweden and become a model. I release the chains tomorrow. I'm done with him.
The champ, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you very much for coming to the weigh-in.
Well, I wish that he would give his teammate Cain Velasquez some more advice when he goes up against the new world champion. Daniel Cormier. Let me tell you something. I love this guy. I've always supported him. I always admired him. But he's in a tough fight tomorrow night. But I think that he can pull it off. The reason why is because he was able to defeat Anthony Johnson and Gustafsson was not. Now, I felt that in that fight, Gustafsson, because Gustafsson lost to Anthony Johnson in the first round TKO and took a horrible beating, just took so many punches. He has the heart of a lion. And basically he was not able to, recover appropriately. He was not able to establish the distance, establish the range, and utilize his height. Everything that you think could have went wrong in that fight for Alexander Gustafsson, and he was granted this title shot because of his name and what he accomplished at UFC 165, giving John Jones the battle of his life, the best battle that John Jones ever had. And that's the reason why he's getting this title shot. I don't think he deserves the title shot, but I think because of his past accomplishments, he's getting this title shot. Now, I got DC all the way. The thing about Gustafsson, his last fight, he lost against Johnson. And DC's last fight, he beat Johnson for the vacated UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Now, the consensus is that the real champion is John Jones. The consensus is the pound for pound is John Jones. And I believe DC is a champion, a real champion, a legitimate champion. I also believe John Jones is a champion, but he disqualified himself because of his actions. And you know how I said, John Jones was a vile man. He was a cokehead. He was a liar. He was fake. Now, is he still all these things? You can repent. God can change lives. That is only between him and God, and I cannot question him because I'm a Christian too. And I respect John Jones, especially what he's accomplished in the octagon, not what he's done outside the octagon. He's recently pled guilty. He said that he, really repents and that he has helped the pregnant woman that 3-car crash. John Jones caused this 3-car crash. He ran from the scene, hit and run. And he broke a pregnant woman's arm. She could have lost her child. He entered in a guilty plea, 18 months probation. He has to make 72 appearances, charity, community service. I can't say if he's a changed man or not. I have to see his actions. And if I see something that's different from what he said he was going to do, then of course I will be the first one on here to say that. But until that time, I'm going to have to do something that a lot of people wouldn't expect of me. I forgive John Jones. I believe he can repent. I believe in God. I believe Jesus can save. And I'm going to just say, John Jones is between him and God if he has made a change. Because we will see. And he will be back in the octagon soon. The UFC, they were there at the courtroom in Albuquerque supporting him. I can't wait to see him back. And I hope he got his shit together. So, move that to the side. So, I believe Daniel Cormier is a champion. I believe John Jones is a champion. But the legitimate champion right now is DC. And I can understand why so many people ask him questions about John Jones because that is his ultimate rival. John Jones said Rashad was his Joe Frazier. No, his Joe Frazier is Daniel Cormier. And he may be more than Joe Frazier because he really wants to win. But he is going to have to fight the most determined John Jones there ever was. If he can get through Gustafsson, and he's not looking ahead, he's looking in front, and that's what I respect about DC because he's going against Gustafsson, and Gustafsson knows this is his last chance at greatness. He knows UFC 165 put him on the mat, put him in front of games, put him on the showcase, the lights, okay? He'll never have that type of fame again if he doesn't defeat Daniel Cormier, which I don't believe he's going to do. Daniel Cormier is a phenomenal wrestler. He took 4th in the Olympics. He defeated Dan Henderson, who took 10th in the Olympics for Greco. He's made 2nd place in NCAA Division I. Only lost to Kel Sanderson, who had a record of 159-0, the most dominant NCAA college wrestler. He was in the Olympics. He lost to Gustafsson in 2004, gold medalist. And Gustafsson is a phenomenal wrestler. He qualified in 08, but he had a horrible weight cut. He went into mixed martial arts, 13-0 at heavyweight, 2012 Strikeforce Grand Prix champion, 3-1 at light heavyweight, defeating the lights in his last fight of Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson beat Jimmy Minowa in the 2nd round KO, wants a rematch. He's beaten Dan Henderson, 3rd round rear naked choke, beat Pat Cummings, 1st round TKO. He's made the weight cut. He looks great. I know he loves the cake and he's singing around with the cake and everything, but the fact is he gets his job done. He's an ultimate competitor, and I believe his wrestling, I believe his boxing, I believe his technique, I believe everything that's brought him to the dance he will utilize, and probably will get a submission victory over Gustafsson probably in the 3rd or 4th round, because Gustafsson does get tired. But Gustafsson, he needs to establish that range. He needs to stuff takedowns. He needs to, if it's a dogfight, he needs to let his hands go. He needs to do everything in anything to win this fight. And I think that he will be a threat. Anyone's a threat when they get in the octagon. Look, Uriah Hall beat Musasi. So, and Machida lost to the God of War. So the thing about it is, it doesn't matter who steps in the octagon. Anyone can win at any given time. But DC needs this victory not only to solidify that he is the champion, but to move that one step closer to fighting Jon Jones again. Now, we heard speculation that the winner of this fight may fight Rashad and Bader. We don't know if that is going to be certain, but it's a possibility. But Jon Jones' equation is out there, and we know the UFC is going to set that fight up sooner than later. They just want to make sure he got his shit together. So, you know, that's my prediction on the main event. Tyron Woodley will not be fighting Johnny Hendricks. I got Rashad over Bader. I got not Sean Jordan. Damn it. I got Magedov over Sean Jordan. So that's my predictions, and I definitely got Benavidez in his fight. And so we're gonna have a live Google Hangout tomorrow night with Tommy Razorstein and some really powerful people, and we can't wait for you to join us there. Take the time to subscribe. DC versus Alexander Gustafsson in Houston, Texas, October 3rd. I'm also covering Adrian Bruner versus Khabib Alikberdiev. That's going to be spectacular. So, doubleheader tomorrow night. This is real sports. Can't wait to see you there.